A professional may not always be good. A man who is given to professionalism, who is always professional and arbitrary and demanding and obedient himself in nature, in his actions, behaviors, habits, at every step of the way, might not necessarily turn out to be equally good, authentic, productive, healthy, friendly, reciprocal in basically reality. He might also be bad, counterproductive, inauthentic, basically arrogant, prideful, vain, and so on and so forth, because that is how the modern people have become. They believe in optics. They just prioritize their appearance and looks and beauty all the time in one way or another, because they believe that if they keep young, if they keep their appearances and optics always alive, then either they will stop aging or they just won't be criticized, condemned, isolated by anyone or anything inside of this world. And that means the story of the professional is that obviously they spend their lives obeying and agreeing and conforming to principles and ideologies and conditions they don't really like and they never agreed to, asked for in the first place. They become slaves and morons to different universities and institutions and organizations and other enterprises, and eventually they realize that they have not really lived at all. They have spent their lives in obedience, agreement, conformity, stupidity, ignorance, and arrogance, and eventually they die not having lived at all, not having lived for themselves in one way or another. And that's why I always say that self-knowledge, self-understanding, self-respect, self-discipline, and control matter. And they don't just matter, they are much more important, significant, relevant, imperative than any success, profession, job inside of this world. Because the moment we're successful, the moment we're conditioned, controlled, enslaved to be a certain way, we not only lose all of our sovereignty, freedom, independence at once, but we will also be criticized, condemned, and violated at every step of the way. We won't be like ourselves anymore. We won't even feel like ourselves. Not because we're bad, but because we're not really made for that in one way or another. That is the thing that the professionals refuse to admit. But refusing to admit does not change the reality that they are not really happy. They are unhappy, miserable, painful, hard into their lives anyways in one way or another, because they have been conditioned to be a certain way. They cannot leave those conditions and obligations and responsibilities behind. They will be always haunted by what they signed up for, by what they agreed to in the first place. And that is the reason that there is a very rare chance that there are good professionals inside of this world, that there are good, authentic, healthy, friendly, reciprocal professionals inside of this world, but only dismissive, ignorant, arrogant, pretentious, and stupid ones in one way or another. That is the thing we need to try to realize.